could have got more if I knew how to negotiate. I was mad because I literally got exactly what I asked for, and you should never get exactly what if you ask for like they offered me 100, and I said I that's not enough. That's not enough for me to leave my program early and all that because I was hot stuff. I was the only black person on the planet to get a PhD in finance that year, so I was the only one. If you wanted a African American, I was the only one, male or female. But I underestimated my value, right? So this guy, his name was Howard, and he came and he offered me 100, and I said, I don't know if that's enough for me to leave early because I was going to the league, like the NBA athletes leave and stuff, and I was like, I think I need more, and he said, well, how much? I said, I don't know, at least 115. And so the next day he calls and he says, guess what? I got you 115. And I said, damn. Like, I should have said like 150 because you got to make it hard. There's something in negotiation. Sanford Grossman, who's a professor at Wharton, talks about something like how to negotiate. You're supposed to negotiate, not where you don't want to negotiate a deal where the other side is super happy that you took the deal. That means you left money on the table. You negotiate to what they call the point of indifference, the point where you've literally pulled out every nickel to the point where they're kind of like, okay, I don't care if you come or not. If you ask for another dollar, I'm gonna say no, right? Then you say, okay, I'll take that, right? So I probably should have asked for like 160 or something because I literally could have gotten probably 140 or something. My friend got 140 because he asked for it. But anyway, that's a lesson in life. But I got that first job, and at that time, 115K was a ton of money. For it still is. It's still great money, right? And so I got that first paycheck, and I was doing cartwheels in the hallway. I felt like, Pookie the crackhead from New Jack City. I was feeling real good about life. And the second paycheck felt really good. The third one felt really good. And then eventually it kind of levels off. You kind of normalize. And literally by the end of the year, my sense of gratitude for that money I was making had kind of disappeared. But I had an addiction to it. I needed it. If you cut my paycheck, I would feel anxiety because of that, but there wasn't like that same excitement to get that money that I had when I first started. So this kind of happens in sudden wealth syndrome. You just get a bunch of money, you're like, oh, this is great. My life is better forever. And the problem is, and it's just like love, you ever have those people that are deeply unhappy and then they find somebody and they're like, oh my God, I'm happy now because I met the right person. Give it like 9 months or so. They're not gonna be happy anymore because if you're not happy when you walk into the new relationship, you're never gonna be happy. You have to be happy before you get there in order to be happy because that happiness has to come internally. And Will Smith talks about that. I like Will Smith. He's a smart guy. I respect him. And the same thing is true when it comes to finances. It all affects the same region of your brain. So when you get the money, you can't ever get trapped into thinking that, oh, it's something external that's going to make you content and complete. It's definitely got to be internal. So you think, oh, if I'll be happy if I can get a nicer house, or I'll be happy if I can make more money. I can be happy if I can get a car. Sure, money matters. Money does not buy happiness. However, losing the money you have can cause financial anxiety, which can affect your happiness. And then also money, when it's intelligently applied, can affect your happiness, right? So if money helps me remove an obstacle to my happiness, like if I need to meditate every day in order to be at peace and to be happy, and having a little more money allows me space to meditate or exercise or do whatever I got to do to find my balance and my peace, then yes, money can open the door for happiness possibilities, but it has to be a thought out process.